When you reach 60 and beyond, who can you truly count on to be by your side? When you're younger, the answer feels simple. Your family, your closest friends, the ones who've been there for years. But after you turn 60, life starts shifting. People get caught up in their own lives. Priorities change. And suddenly you begin to realize that the support system you always trusted might not be as solid as you once believed. In this video, we're going to reveal 6 powerful pillars that prove to be more reliable than family as you grow older. This isn't about pushing people away. It's about recognizing where genuine stability comes from and ensuring you're never left vulnerable when you need strength the most. By building your life on these 6 pillars, you gain the confidence and independence to face life's challenges head-on. Stick around until the end, because these 6 pillars could completely transform the way you view support. And once you grasp them, you'll never feel helpless, isolated, or unprepared again. Let's get started. Pillar 1. Financial stability. Let's talk about your first and most unshakable pillar of support, your financial stability. The truth is, the most dependable form of support you'll ever have isn't another person. It's your ability to stand on your own financially. Money might not guarantee happiness, but it gives you something just as powerful: freedom, safety, and peace of mind. As you grow older, it becomes clear, counting on your family to bail you out financially isn't a plan, it's a gamble. Your children are juggling their own lives, bills, and responsibilities. They may love you deeply, but that doesn't mean they'll always have the means to help when you need it most. Just look at someone like Richard, a 72-year-old father who always believed his kids would support him if he ever hit a rough patch. He paid their college tuition, lent them money more than once, and answered every call. But then, a surprise health issue wiped out his savings. When he reached out to his children, he realized they were drowning in their own financial struggles. Not because they didn't care, but because life happens. That's why financial stability isn't just helpful. It's essential. It's not about being rich. It's about being ready. It means having an emergency plan, a reliable income stream, and knowing how to manage your finances so you never have to lean on someone else just to make it through. So if you're over 60, ask yourself honestly, have I set aside enough for unexpected costs? Is my retirement income stable and dependable? Have I protected myself from financial pitfalls that could leave me exposed? If any answer is no, then now is the time to act. Start by creating a smart budget, avoiding debts that don't serve you, and putting your money into things that offer long-term stability. Because when all else is uncertain, your financial strength is the one support system that will always show up, rain or shine. Pillar 2. Physical health. There's one crucial aspect of life that no amount of love, wealth, or support from others can replace: your health. Once you reach 60 and beyond, your body becomes either your greatest ally or your toughest barrier. You can have all the financial stability in the world, but if your health starts to fail, your freedom vanishes. And while your family may care deeply for you, they can't exercise for you, choose nutritious meals for you, or halt the aging process on your behalf. That responsibility rests solely on your shoulders. Too often, people neglect their health, believing that when the time comes, someone will be there to look after them. But even the most loving family members have their own lives to manage. They may not have the time, energy, or ability to be your constant caregiver. Relying on others for your well-being can leave you feeling helpless. That's why making your health a priority is one of the most vital investments you can make for your future. Think of Carl, a 68-year-old man who used to be active and energetic in his younger years, but allowed himself to slip into unhealthy habits after retirement. He always assumed there'd be time to get back in shape, but suddenly his energy was drained, his mobility weakened, and even simple tasks became challenging. His children visited when they could, but they couldn't be there every day to assist him. It wasn't until Carl realized that maintaining his independence meant taking control of his health. Not next month, not next year, but right now. You don't need to train like a professional athlete. It's the small, consistent efforts that truly matter. Move your body every day. Nourish yourself with foods that energize and heal. Never skip your medical checkups. If you've been ignoring warning signs, persistent aches, difficulty walking, or unexplained fatigue, it's time to stop brushing them aside. Every positive choice you make today is a gift to your future self. Because in the end, your most reliable support system isn't your children, siblings, or friends. It's your own strength, resilience, and ability to keep moving forward. The more you care for your health now, the less you'll have to rely on anyone else later. Pillar 3. Social circle. One of the most common traps people fall into as they age is isolation. It doesn't always happen all at once. Friends relocate, loved ones pass away, and before you realize it, your once vibrant social circle has quietly faded into something much smaller. But here's the danger. Without close friendships and social interaction, loneliness finds a way in. And after 60, loneliness becomes more than just an emotional burden. It takes a toll on your physical health, mental clarity, and even how long you live. Many people assume that their family will always be enough to keep them company. But the truth is, your children have their own worlds to manage. They're busy with work, their own families, and the everyday rush of life. They may care deeply, but they can't always be your main source of connection. That's why having a strong social network is one of the most valuable forms of support you can create. These are the people who check in on you, make you smile, and add warmth to your daily life. These relationships aren't just nice to have, they're essential. Take Margaret, for example, a 73-year-old woman who leaned on her sons for companionship. Both of them loved her, no question about that. But over time, their schedules filled up, their visits became less frequent, and the quiet at home grew louder. Margaret waited by the phone more often than she liked, so she decided to take charge. She reconnected with old friends, joined a local group in her town, and explored hobbies she had long put off. Soon her days were full again, full of laughter, stories, and a renewed sense of connection. She realized something powerful. She didn't have to wait for others to feel connected. She could create it herself. Friendships, local meetups, even small daily interactions. They give us something we all crave, a sense of belonging. Whether it's a neighbor you chat with on walks, a group at the gym, or a weekly book club, building connections outside your family lays down a strong emotional foundation. So take a moment to reflect. Who brings light and joy into your life right now? If you're not sure, maybe it's time to reach out, step out, and widen your circle. Because at the end of the day, a solid social life isn't just about having someone to talk to. It's about being surrounded by people who see you, value you, and make every season of life feel richer and more meaningful. Pillar 4. Sense of purpose. One of the most powerful sources of support in life isn't another person. It's your own sense of purpose. Yet it's also one of the most neglected. After 60, life shifts in ways you never quite expected. The roles that once defined you, being a parent, a professional, a caregiver, gradually fade. Retirement comes along. Children grow independent. The hustle of daily life slows down. And without a clear direction, it's easy to start feeling invisible, unimportant, or simply lost. The truth is, no matter how much your family loves you, they can't hand you a purpose. That's something only you can create for yourself. Having a reason to wake up each morning, whether it's a passion, a project, or a personal goal, keeps your mind engaged, your emotions balanced, and your days meaningful. It's what drives you to be part of the world, rather than just watching it pass by. Take George, for example, a 70-year-old retired engineer. When he first stepped away from work, he looked forward to relaxation and free time. But after a few months, he felt restless, as if something essential was missing. His days felt hollow. His kids visited now and then, but they had their own busy lives. That's when George decided to make a change. He started volunteering at a local school, teaching children how to build and create. Soon enough, he had a new reason to get up every day, something that made him feel valued, purposeful, and alive. Purpose doesn't have to come from a job or career. It can be found in anything that brings you joy and keeps your mind sharp. Learning something new, mentoring others, gardening, painting, traveling, or even setting personal challenges for yourself. It's about pursuing activities that fill you with energy and keep you emotionally and mentally vibrant. If you've been feeling like your best days are already behind you, it's time to change that perspective. Purpose doesn't vanish as you age, it evolves. And the more you dedicate yourself to finding meaning in your daily life, the less you'll feel dependent on others for fulfillment. Because in the end, the strongest support you can have isn't someone else's hand guiding you. It's the passion inside you that keeps driving you forward. Pillar 5, emotional resilience. Life never stops testing you, regardless of your age. After 60, the challenges don't vanish. They simply transform. Friendships fade, loved ones pass away, health issues appear, and at times life feels lonelier than ever before. The reality is, no matter how much support you receive from others, the most dependable strength will always come from within. Your ability to adapt, process your emotions, and find peace in the toughest moments is what helps you keep moving forward, even when things don't turn out the way you hoped. Too many people rely on family as their emotional safety net, believing that their children, siblings, or extended relatives will always be there to lift their spirits. But the truth is, everyone has their own battles to face. They may not always have the time, energy, or ability to be your emotional anchor. That's why developing emotional resilience is so essential. It gives you the power to find strength within yourself, rather than constantly seeking it from others. Consider Helen, a 75-year-old woman who lost her husband after 40 years of marriage. Initially, she leaned heavily on her children for comfort. But over time, she realized that while they cared deeply, they had their own families and responsibilities to manage. Helen understood that relying solely on them to fill the emptiness inside her would only leave her feeling more lost. So she chose a different path. Instead of letting grief take control, she focused on building her own emotional strength. She joined a support group, began journaling, and practiced daily gratitude. Gradually, Helen discovered something powerful. She didn't need someone else to erase her sadness. She had the strength to heal herself. Emotional resilience isn't about denying pain or pretending to be unbreakable. It's about acknowledging your emotions, processing them in a healthy way, and developing tools to help you navigate life's ups and downs with grace. Whether it's writing, meditation, therapy, or quiet self-reflection, finding peace within yourself is far more reliable than waiting for others to provide it. No matter what challenges life throws your way, your ability to stay emotionally strong will always be one of your most valuable sources of support. The more you nurture emotional resilience, the less dependent you'll feel on others to make you whole. Because in the end, the person who will always be there for you through every heartbreak and triumph is you. Pillar 6, ability to adapt. If there's one unchanging truth about life after 60, it's this: nothing remains the same. People change, circumstances evolve, and the things you once depended on may not be as reliable as they used to be. The key to thriving during this stage of life isn't clinging to the past. It's your ability to adapt. Those who struggle most with aging are often the ones who resist change, who hold on too tightly to what once was instead of embracing what is. But those who learn to adjust, stay flexible, and welcome new possibilities, they find fulfillment and joy regardless of what life brings their way. Many believe that reaching a certain age means you're set in your ways, fixed in your habits. But that mindset can be limiting. It can prevent you from exploring new opportunities, meeting new people, and discovering experiences that could enrich your life. Adaptability isn't just about accepting change. It's about actively seeking ways to grow with it. Take Frank, for instance, a 78-year-old man who always relied on face-to-face interactions to stay connected. As his friends moved away or passed on, he felt lost and isolated. He thought to himself, "I guess this is just what happens when you grow older." But instead of surrendering to loneliness, Frank chose to adapt. He learned how to use video calls to keep in touch with family across the miles, joined an online discussion group focused on history, and even made new friends along the way. Rather than letting change defeat him, he allowed himself to grow with it. The individuals who truly thrive beyond 60 aren't necessarily those with the most resources or the strongest support systems. They are the ones who refuse to be trapped by routine, who stay curious, and who find ways to adapt, regardless of the challenges life throws their way. When a door closes, they look for another. When relationships shift, they discover new ways to connect. When something stops working, they aren't afraid to try something different. Your ability to adapt is one of the most powerful pillars of support you'll ever have. It helps you face life with resilience, optimism, and confidence. The more you welcome change instead of fearing it, the less you'll feel like something is slipping away. And the more you'll understand that every phase of life brings something new to gain. If you're still here and finding these insights valuable, leave a comment with the number 6 below. Your feedback helps me keep creating content that matters to you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit that button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video that could change your life. Pillar 7. Lifelong learning. Keep your mind young and sharp. If there's one secret to staying sharp and engaged well beyond 60, it's this: never stop learning. People often assume that reaching a certain age means your days of discovery are behind you. But the truth is, your mind is like a muscle. The more you challenge it, the stronger it becomes. The biggest mistake many people make as they grow older is thinking that their best years of growth are over. They fall into routines, avoid new experiences, and let their curiosity fade away. But those who continue to learn, explore, and challenge themselves find something incredible. Their minds stay sharp, their spirits remain vibrant, and their lives feel richer. It's not just about preserving memory or preventing cognitive decline, though that's part of it. It's about feeling excited, alive, and connected to the world around you. Learning doesn't have to mean formal education. It can be anything that sparks your interest or pushes your boundaries. Think of Barbara, a 76-year-old woman who decided to learn painting at the age of 70. It wasn't about becoming a master artist. It was about giving her mind something fresh to explore. Every new technique she tried, every mistake she corrected, kept her mind engaged and her heart joyful. Now her days are filled with creativity and passion, and she feels sharper, more focused, and more alive than ever. Lifelong learning doesn't just keep your mind active. It boosts your confidence, gives you a reason to wake up with excitement, and helps you feel connected to a world that's constantly changing. Maybe for you, it's learning a new language, trying out gardening, exploring history, or mastering a musical instrument. It could even be something as simple as solving puzzles, reading new books, or diving into a fresh hobby. The point is, as long as you're learning, you're growing. And as long as you're growing, you're living. So ask yourself, when was the last time you learned something new? If it's been a while, maybe it's time to reignite that curiosity, because the most powerful support system you can build isn't just about finances, health, or relationships. It's about keeping your mind young, sharp, and hungry for more. And the more you nurture your curiosity, the more fulfilling and joyful your life will become. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, leave a comment below with the number 7. Your feedback helps me continue creating the kind of content that matters most to you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more content designed to help you thrive at every stage of life. Reaching 60 and beyond is a stage of life filled with both wisdom and challenges. And while family will always hold a special place in your heart, the truth is, the most dependable support you can ever have doesn't come from others. It comes from the solid foundation you build for yourself. Your financial stability ensures you never have to depend on someone else just to get by. Your physical health determines whether you can maintain your freedom and independence. Your social circle keeps you connected, engaged, and emotionally fulfilled. Your sense of purpose provides meaning and direction, no matter your age. Your emotional resilience strengthens you against life's unavoidable trials. Your ability to adapt allows you to thrive, even when things don't go as planned. And your commitment to lifelong learning keeps your mind sharp, vibrant, and full of possibilities. If you have these 7 pillars firmly in place, you will never feel completely alone. You will never find yourself begging for support, feeling helpless during difficult times, or waiting for someone else to step in and rescue you. Because real stability doesn't come from hoping others will always be there for you. It comes from knowing you are fully equipped to stand strong no matter what life throws your way. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below sharing one insight you learned today and how you plan to use it in your own life. Your thoughts matter to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments brings us motivation and inspiration. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content that informs and inspires you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.